Hey, what are you doing? You alright? You were just in your space. That is quite interesting, I'd say. What's going on? Are you trying something? What is that? Hmm, it's a cat. I see. What is the cat for? Is there any particular, you know, reason why you chose a cat? I'm just saying, you think about it then. It's quite interesting that you draw something like this cat over here. It's definitely very interesting. Hmm. I just never thought you'd be the type to draw something. But it's not how you draw, silly. You're doing it wrong. Hmm. Of course, you're doing it wrong. That cat has a pointy, subtle ear. It's quite interesting how you went that far for it. But, I don't think I would guess anything else. Hmm. You draw it quite perfectly, though. The circle head, and it's quite fluffy. To be honest, if you look at it from afar, it would be quite a beautiful sight. And if you go at the front, it looks like a fox. Maybe you draw a fox instead of a cat. Huh? No, they're not the same. What are you talking about? No, they're not the same at all. What are you saying? Hmm. Foxes are quite different, though they're more likely dogs instead of cats, but I'd say they're still a cat at some point. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe the beaks are giving me a little, you know, confusing things in my mind usually. Hmm. Foxes is quite the same thing as dogs. Dogs has whiskers too. Dogs is like the pointy nose and everything. They just more likely look like dogs, but a version of cats, I'd say. I'm unsure, but I'm not someone who studies animals. But they're quite the same to me. I'm Dumbo, so don't worry. You don't need to follow my instructions for that. But you draw it quite straight here, and then you go down to add a little bit of subtle detail to it. And you can fluff it in. If you can draw a cat, maybe do a little bit of bells on top of the ears or anything like that. Yeah, they seem quite adorable, of course. I'm just not a fan of drawing cats, but they're quite cute. I'd love to meet another one someday, especially take care of one. Mm-hmm. All right, so you draw a body, little U, but the U is stretched out. That's the belly. Mm-hmm. And the back. You know how little blank is a space? Mm-hmm. It's straight as that, I'd say. Make it as straight as possible. And then you can make it a little bit fluffy, of course. Depends on you. Hmm. But this is just the base of the cat, okay? And then you can gather up of that for the tail. Or do you want the tail to be resting at the bottom? That can work as well. You can do like an L shape for it. And it's like a backwards L. And then, if you want it at the bottom, you can do the same, but it would be another backwards for it. I'm unsure how to explain it, but basically, a resting tail is just an L shape. An L, but the bottom is so far away. Don't let it touch the ground if you're drawing, of course. We can make the tail fluffy as heck. That'd be super cute. You can add little spikes to it to a little encourage your drawing. It makes it quite, I'd say, fluffy. You can add some fluff to it, of course. Depends on what fluff you want. More likely it's gonna be spiky, but go ahead. And here's the fun part, the face. I want you to draw a little T, and where you did a little T, make all of it bigger, but this time I want you to exaggerate the T. Mm-hmm. Yes, just like that. And mark the nose at the front there. Where do you want your cat to, see the perspective? Hmm. If any perspective likes me, well, anything can be cute, but depends on perspective. Hmm. All right. So you want it to face the front. Okay, I can help you with that. Even the chickens say so. Why them? All right. Oh, another chicken. More chickens. But anyways, okay. That's the other part at the top of the T. Basically, it's like a cubic box. You can cut it like a T, and then the top of the cubic box, the T at the top square. Maybe you can make it as a square. I'm not sure how to say it properly. Make it a square, and you can draw a little eye, and in the middle at the bottom, you can draw a mouth. Just like that. Voila. Looks good, right? You can do it too, I know. You can brag about it, go ahead. You're someone who draws. I don't. I don't even know how I would be able to say this to you properly, but I've been watching you draw quite a lot of stuff. And each time you draw, it makes quite interesting experience for me to find out that's how you draw. Is something wrong? You have an art block, do you? That's okay. I'll do art for you. So, how do I do this? Hmm? Alright, you want me to like a little fluff there? Or fluffy. Alright. Okay, fine.